Hello everybody, it's your Wonderful Wind Mage, the Cruz Ship servant, Chartreuse Proxy, ever and always at your service. How is everybody doing today? It is Sunday, July 14, and I'll be honest, I've been pretty tired after all of my work shifts recently. But I'm just looking to hopefully chill out, get to mostly have a good time with everybody and all. And, well, mostly throughout, especially so, I feel that the biggest thing is I just want to catch up with y'all, because it's been a good little while since I've actually been able to just sit back and do a talking stream more than anything. So, I thought to boot up another game that I got during the Steam sale, which is Tetris Effect. I mostly got it for VR, but you still can play mouse and keyboard fine enough. And I'll just, play Tetris as we really catch up with each other here. Now, I am not an expert when it comes to Tetris at all, so I'm just gonna float normal here. Exactly so. I'm just gonna float normal and just relax, you know? Not really going to concern myself with too much besides just getting through this campaign, I guess, and just, seeing how things go. But if y'all haven't seen this game at all before, I highly suggest it just because it's a absolute groove with or without VR in any way. But yeah, because I didn't get to do too much talking last time around on my previous stream because it was reverse co-ops, which was a lot of thinking, and then I was doing my review of Omega Strikers. Of Captivating last time around. So because of that, it really did break my thinking process when it came to addressing, hey, doing my usual catch up of how has everybody been usually or so, you know? Oh, I did not mean to do that. Keep the zoom just the same, please. Thank you. Yeah, let's get back to things here. Hopefully everybody has been doing well. Biggest things for me right now is at the very least in my current current configuration of life, in my current schedule, everything's been quite busy enough, I'll be honest with you here, when it comes to. Mostly just due to a myriad of things just going on, be it work-life balance, or also just me trying to be incessantly productive at every single turn that I can get. But I think that's more just due to me wanting to obey a tighter regime when it comes to my own stream schedule, and also when it comes to trying to reach my eventual goal at the moment right now. Because I think I've harped on it enough before of what I am trying to get myself towards, but it is a month of backlog content. Since my family has prospective plans to go vacationing in September, then I want to make sure that I'm providing enough content for everybody, be it you Twitch viewers or you YouTube viewers and all. Quite frankly, that's the least I can do to really thank y'all for all the support that you've given me, because at the very least, because I haven't posted many YouTube shorts at all recently, but that's mostly just due to, I've gone through my lot of art shorts enough, and I don't want to just be necessarily using content all the time, even though that actually is very much so a very good thing to do if you are, I say good thing, it is, I just what you call a very meta thing to do when it comes to taking note of what makes your success. I mean, that's how so many shorts are. It's just a few snippets and a few zoom ins of your YouTube videos themselves, and then that's just how it builds on anyway. But point still stands, I want to keep making good quality content overall, and when it comes to, I want to set myself at a good standard for it. Of course, that's just a me thing. Algorithm doesn't care about my own personal standards and all, so, Look, the fact is, I'm still having my fun out of it, and people do continue to support me through thick and thin, through it all, which I cannot thank everybody enough. You YouTube viewers, Twitch viewers, however you decide to consume my content, it's just once again been so heartwarming to just keep doing what I've been doing without really any worry or woe of how I believe it's being received, and it's just chill, you know? Can't do that. How do I activate zone again on PC? Zone is A. Okay. Hello, Crimson. Hope you're doing well today, mate. I have boxed myself into a bad situation. Well, I'm just gonna have to hang that a little bit here. But yeah, hope you're doing well enough, mate. This is gonna be a more casual chiller stream because I am a good bit tired. But overall, YouTube growth has been slow but steady but honestly, that's just how it's constantly been here. It's nothing out of the ordinary when it comes to what I've been necessarily doing overall. So I'm just gonna, I'm just gonna keep riding that wave, letting that, continue to naturally play out as it has been, and I'm not gonna pressure myself on that end, because once again, I'm getting lots and lots of commenters always giving their love, always saying I enjoy your content or so, and I'm seeing a few more repeat faces when it comes to on that side of some constants in people watching my videos, commenting on them. Yeah, granted, some things are just always going to stay the same. Like, yeah, it's mainly a Mega Strikers that's really hitting the marks, or what is the content benchmarks. But I'd say content benchmarks for like what is the most popular series out of me. But overall, it's not like it's not necessarily the worst woe to necessarily have. I'm glad that I have a series that is not only consistent, but that continues to generate me over like 100 views on its daily videos in progress or so, just about or so. When it comes to considering how, yeah, that is the daily video that I aspire to continue putting out and everything more. So it's just good to see. Wish my other series performed just as well, but it's variety. Not every series is going to stick cruisy, so I think that's just accepting that fact and just, yeah, nothing more than just really accepting it at that point then, don't you think? I'm gonna build a nice summer home, but quite frankly, I am boxing myself into the side. That was a horrible thing, because now I've completely shut myself out of that lane. But, yeah, just gonna take things one step at a time, and once again, it's no big worry or woe with how all my series do. Sorry, quite frankly, it's like, for example, my shooter content, well, I enjoy playing shooters, of course, but have any of them performed well at all? Defiant did in the first, videos or two, but otherwise, I had another just off on recording session of just me playing casually, because I just wanted to play it a little bit off stream. And, well, I'm honestly not expecting too much of a return on investment on that. That's just more of continuing with my daily continuing with having my daily schedule of 4 videos a day. But I don't want it to be I don't want to force myself to be a content slave when it comes to that retrospect here. It's like, the fact is, I played that off stream for fun. And I actually did commentary for it this time compared to my last time around, which might actually get me a lot more views on that side or so. But overall, it's just gonna be chill out for me, and it was me playing the game, having my fun with it. So it's not like I'm trying to be like, all right, I have to keep obeying that full 4 videos a day. That's my own benchmark. If anyone's gonna take up a problem with it, well, that'll just be me. Hello there, Jackie Just Dance fan. Hope you're doing well today. Oh my, I played this last year. Well, I bought this during the Steam sale this year, and mostly because I already seen it, of course, back when it first came out. That was PSVR, and then, well, I never got a chance to properly play it myself until the Steam sale, of course. So, wanting to enjoy myself, and this is a way for me to actually get to talk and play a game, considering how I feel like I haven't had a proper catch-up game. I mean, Valjo fits the bill, but I've been rotating through my roguelites, and with my Cobalt Core, that I also just got on the Steam sale, the fact that I've had to explain all of its mechanics doesn't lend itself well to me just getting to turn my brain off and just say, alright guys, how have we been this past week, you know? You've never seen it, but it's really pretty? I remember, Tetris Effect came out for PlayStation VR. I want to say, dude, it feels like it's been out for forever. But that is very much so me going to be spreading misinformation online. But it is very much so just all music based on the themes that, the game, of course, exposes you to throughout the journey mode, as you can see right here. And, well, it's just a nice vibe to just get to play, one of the oldest games in all of human history, too. Whenever you're doing variety, not everything hits. For everyone, just play what you want and make what you want out of it. Yeah, exactly so, and that's what I'm saying here. I think the biggest thing for me is I really wish, some of my old Apex groups, or, my friends who I played... Oh, what a missed drop. Alright, build a summer home a little bit here, real quick, Cruzy. We can salvage this. salvage. Spun as much as I could. Why did I activate zone there? Am I a fool? Am I an idiot? Slight one. Oh, I thought I swapped for the line piece. Well, I'm a bigger idiot. This is not going well, Chief. Oh well, oh well. You live, you learn. At the very least, Zone's gonna bail me out a few lines. But yeah, just once again, overall, the content is mine. If people consume and enjoy it, that's great. But otherwise, it's just me doing whatever I want at the end of the day. Quite frankly, I'm playing my shooters because I enjoy shooters, you know? Now, mods, once again, will vary on it all, but at the very least, I'm still getting, you know, some residual views, and at the end of the day, once again, the fact that Omega Strikers continues to be my best performing series by a mile, and has not shown any signs of slowing down, is what I really believe to be the biggest benchmark for myself, of just saying, wow, people really just do enjoy this consistent grind here. It brings me back to another game series that I haven't really done in forever. I say done forever, I completed it back then, but that was Crit Serve Delicious. Because I finished 3, got all gold medals on it, and that was a game that had been with me for throughout all of my VTubing career. Years 1 through, actually, basically up to 4, just about. I only finished it then, and of course I'm waiting for the remaster of Remastered. But I'll just see how things really go on that end, you know? I find that there's a version of Bejeweled Toon, Tetris, and Airplanes for the entertainment system. I've seen those before as well, but I haven't been on a plane in it forever, too. So let me look up Tetris Effect for you, Crimson. This game came out... No, I'm looking for the video game. 2018! Okay, yeah. Came out 2018 on PlayStation, and then I think it then came out to Windows, so like Steam and everything like that later on, like a few years later. Let me get a sip of water real quick, though. But yeah, it's just a beautiful, beautiful game. And then, especially when you start getting stages like these, that just immediately start playing with how, yeah, actual rhythm, music, everything starts just getting messed around with the core Tetris systems. Oh, it is a wonderful treat on itself. I mean, of course, every stage will have different musical components to it, but my point overall that I'm trying to put here is that you will find a thing that you'll resonate with, and you will love it so much. So, like, for me, I love the Deep, which is the first one with the first area that we had. Previous video for the YouTube viewers with how I'm planning to segment this stuff out, and that is with Tetris song, right? I think Connected Forever is what it's called. But it's just a wonderful, once again, this is a wonderful experience that I highly advise if you ever get a chance to play it in VR. Whether it be at like a VR cafe or so, or at a friend's house, Tetris Effect, without a doubt. Just play it, enjoy the vibes, and just sink yourself into the teeth of this wonderful, wonderful game. It is called In-Flight Tetris. I mean, that kind of seems on the nose, but I mean, it's not like false advertising. I mean, it is Tetris and it is in flight at that point then, right then? So, I suppose so. I mean, that's just marketing done right to an extent, I guess. I don't want to build like that. Give me all my lines out. But going back to things, I don't see myself really changing too much content at the moment. I say by changing, it's like introducing to any new series, just mostly because I've got so much on the current docket right now that it would just, you know, I wouldn't say viable or feasible, but rather just I want to have a steady flow of games that I am sticking with at the moment. So that'd be games like, of course, I have Reverse Collapse going on at the moment. You know, Balatro, that it's a Cobalt Core is my new game on the block that I want to pump out more content for alongside. Give me 2 seconds here. Alongside, it's his face. Alongside, sorry, okay, because I've stun-locked myself here a little bit on trying to name all the games I have, that I have on my current docket while playing Tetris, let me just look at my last schedule or so. So, my distractors will always be a constant or so. One series that I will continue to have until we do finish the game, of course, is going to be Valhalla with the wonderful Ein Faustblood. Because one, that's of course a visual novel, and two, I've been wanting to play it with him for the longest of time. A visual novel is going to take a while, but that is my Thursday slots basically sorted out, except for the Thursdays whenever I go drinking with Ein, because that is the funny enough story of how we did start the series or so. Or rather, how I've been pestering him to start the series with me, because we always go drinking at the Midnight Bar in VR chat itself, and he doesn't really know the backstory of, well, when I say he doesn't, well, of course, he hasn't played the game yet, but yeah, he didn't know the backstory behind any of the drinks or so I can constantly, I mean, pester, wanted him to play Valhalla. He's had it in his library, and now we've just been getting that on its way, and that's a fun series that I've got always lined up at my beck and call every week, sans the weeks when you go drinking, but I already told y'all about, you know, that's gonna be par for the course for us when it comes to. So just very, very happy with how that's gonna be flowing. Zone, so I can start clearing some lines, please. Since I have all these block pieces, I want to get them out of the way. Oh, perfect, Cruzy. You have cleared the lane. Beautifully so. Nice! Nice, 16 lines. But going on from that end. So I've got Valhalla, Omega Strikers is basically two constants that I've been trying to keep myself to a good, keeping them in my, like once a week stream rotation or so. So that'd be 2 days out of what you'd call a constant, let's say 4-day schedule, considering how I'm not always going to be available every week. I know this week I think I got 5 streams lined up, but this is an outlier considering just how my regular work schedule really opened itself up to be for me on that end. So I consider myself luckier, but I do believe that as this summer continues to go on, I want to pick up more hours at my jobs, plural, because I'm making ends meet and also trying to prop up my savings account for future things like when I do eventually move out from my parents and cons and everything like that or so, of course. That's going to be in due time. But when it comes to, streaming, of course, is a hobby, and that takes a backseat to the priority that is my work and the money that I need to earn for, like, I don't know, my regular grocery expenses that will always be a constant no matter what. So it's always hard to find myself in a comfortable spot to constantly introduce new series to the midst when I already have so much built on a foundation of, alright, this is already a weekly series to an extent, XYZ, everything onwards like that or so, you know? But I've had that, for instance. Balatro has been on and off. Dicey Dungeons is another deck building roguelike that has been on and off. That's just due to, yeah, I'm not always gonna have time for all my roguelikes, be it my deck building, my dice building, to an extent or so. And Balatro, I can just stream it anytime without really having to commit too much, since those runs can go, like, 2 minutes of time. Oh, let's be honest here. Okay, we're fine. I didn't screw myself over with that line piece completely here. But there's that. Dungeons and Degenerate Game Boards I had just picked up. I had played through enough of the demo, but the full game's coming out in August, so that's going to be another game to really have to start getting to look at for the future of, alright, this is just going to be another tick on my big list and everything like that or so. And you can see where my process is here. I've got a lot of games, not enough stream days to cover them all, but, and even though I'd like to keep having more added to the palette, it's just not feasible from a content standpoint when, especially so, YouTube, at least from the creators that I watch or so, I'm just more used to finding like a good long-running series that I can just support a creator or two in their in whatever their daily upload is or so. Because quite frankly, I don't have enough time to stand and watch everybody and watch the content of all my favorite content creators, my friends that are also VTubers and everything like that. I don't know why I positioned it that way. That is awkward, Cruzy. So I have to pick and choose my time for whenever I do get a chance to say, alright, I can watch one video from one series or so from one person, and it doesn't feel the best when I'm hopping around series. I want to binge my series in one go, or I want to keep everything in a nice straight line when it comes to, you know? What am I doing? Am I playing Puyo Puyo Tetris and I'm just attacking with the 2 wide right now? What am I doing here? I mean, I guess I cut it all the way down, but that really did not feel too satisfying to me. Alright, get back into this groove, Cruzy. But yeah, overall, that's just my current view on what my content is going to be, because, once again, 2 main series, so that would be Valhalla and, of course, Omega Strikers going on. 2 on and off deck builders, Bowatro, Dicey Dungeons. Dicey Dungeons is almost done anyway. I have Dungeons and Degenerate Gamblers soon enough, and even Cobalt Core. So that's already 6 games floating about. Reverse Collapse, I've been told, I'm still, once again, spoiler free on it, pretty much, but I have very much been told that the campaign is very long, and well, with how the story is and how it's part visual novel as well, basically, yeah, I really do not doubt that claim. I wouldn't even say that it's a bold claim. And with how long the missions are already taking me, up to like 15 minutes on like 1 or 2 or so, just from my pace and trying to, you know, play careful, not throw at the first opportunity that the game gives me when I make a blundering tactical error. Yeah, dude. I feel like I'm gonna be in the long haul for Reverse Collapse, but happily so. But then again, like I said, that would be series number 3, basically, on the docket that I'm adding up all together, and it'll keep piling up. I've been kind of treating that as a on and off, so every other week I've been trying to play Reverse Collapse, but, you know, it's not like a rule set in stone necessarily for myself now. Did I get too greedy? Not exactly yet. Let's just activate Zone just for a little bit of insurance. I just want to buy myself a little bit of dropper time. This isn't anything that I wanted, because I griefed my left side completely, but it's alright. Still get a clear out, and I only have 1 deadline at the bottom. So let's just start comboing down. Not much to do, so it's a little time to do in. Yeah, but that's, like, once again, that's just how time is always. At the very least, I can focus a little bit more on VTubing, especially so since my convention season is over. To an extent, wink, I say, as virtual market for VR chat is just around the corner, so it is, so I don't have to work on my cosplay when I'm already have my 3D model and everything like that ready for that. And since it's just VR chat, I can stay at home, no reason to worry about travel expenses and all. It's just any expenses I make at virtual market itself that I'll just worry my mind and my wallet about later on. But that sounds like cruisy problems for later, you know? Alright, I'm just trying to give myself a little bit more breathing room and space here as the lines speed up. Yeah, that'll be a future cruisy problem more than anything, and I'm not going to sweat it. So I'm just gonna get the chill out on that end. But YouTube-wise, going back to that, yeah, Apex has sadly really rotated out, but then again, with its current state and with a bunch of my friends moving on from the game or so, yeah, I really wish I could get more on that end, but I'm not social enough, both due to choice and also due to omniscience, since I'm not active on social media enough when it comes to, you know? So I think that's a failing on me more than anything. But when it comes to, I feel like I don't have that same battery to socialize on. Okay, so how can I word this so I don't sound like I'm a complete NEET necessarily? You may be wondering why I'm building it this way here real quick. It's so I can get my T-spin real quick. But what? Yeah, what? I'm trying to delicately word this out for myself here. Also, if I could just stop getting these L pieces, that would be fantastic. For me, since I do very much so view myself and VTubing in this hobbyism state, I'm not really devoting that much time out to socializing or getting further outside of my social circles when it comes to, networking for collabs or anything like that or so. I have my established groups of friends when it comes to, so that would be my friends in the cruise ship. My friends, I mean, well, some people like D3 considers themselves only like fans and not friends, but I consider anybody who's going out of the way to interact with me in chat and also connecting with me a little bit more in the server is more than welcome enough to consider themselves my friend. Of course, avoiding any parasocial interactions past that. We are keeping a fine line between that, between content creator status, but that's another conversation topic for another time. Main thing that I'm trying to drive home here, though, is that I have the cruise ship, so that's one. I have GaleForce, which is my little VTube, I say group, always in parentheses, because we've already had bad digressions, which I will take part in me pumping up and saying, yeah, we're a VTube group, and it's really just my loose connection of friends that I've made over my 4 years of VTubing. So we just kind of liminally exist more than anything, but nothing more. And then I have just like a few different friend servers, so like the Chitcord, so Chitzama and friends, and everything like that or so. Hold on, just building a nice summer home up top there. Thank you for the T-spin. But there's that. I have Two's Gaming Corner, Tuhu, and everything like that, I know, and everything going on. What happened with Apex? Something with the game balance or state of game? So it's a couple of things. I can speak on this since I have been an avid Apex player since Season 1, and also maybe for a few other things that I keep up with, like my job, like one of my jobs, rather. Apex, one, it's just fatigue, of course, as with any game or so. Apex has been around for, I think it's Season 21 now, that it currently is on, so there's always going to be your fatigue from any long-standing game, but the Battle Pass had a very, very bad announcement for all consumers recently, where basically, Apex had been running their game through 2 splits. Nothing really to write home about that news there. That's just how it'd been for ranked season and for like how, I guess you could say, some content was being phased out for like events or so, or also just once again as well for the ranked environment. You had always been able to, now I need to divulge real quick, the Apex Battle Pass was one of the nicer Battle Passes compared to other live service games, and I'm saying this trepidly considering how you still have to spend for it, but you could always earn enough Apex coins to buy the next Battle Pass if you completed the previous one, plus a little bit more to, you know, start getting your way towards buying your whatever favorite legendary, heirloom item, or anything like that or so. EA, being greedy money grubbers as they always have been, decided to make an announcement regarding the Battle Pass, regarding changes to the Battle Pass, to where they, quote, were removing items that weren't as popular in the Battle Pass. Okay, so I'm guessing maybe that's like stickers or so, but they didn't really specify in the announcement at the time, so, you know, not, so that's not going to be really communication I'm expecting more of until we do get to see it. They are planning to split the Battle Pass into, instead of one Battle Pass that is 120 levels long, it's going to split the Battle Pass into into 2 Battle Passes that last a split each of 60 levels. So, still same amount of levels, same amount of grind, but they are making it so you can only purchase the Battle Pass with real money and not the Apex coins that you could keep earning, that you would be earning otherwise, like in every other season that the entire game has lived on. So, that is a boneheaded decision completely, since you lock out a very big consumer way to actually enjoy the premium content of your game. So, for instance, I actually haven't spent any money on Apex, because I only got the Battle Pass Season 3 in once I got enough premium credits itself from the free track and from events and everything like that to buy a standard Battle Pass, and then I just kept reaching level 100 enough to buy the next battle pass in line next season with those credits and everything or so. That's the only way I've been able to buy the battle pass as a complete free-to-play player in Apex all this time, as always. And well, the new changes would effectively lock me, one part of the target audience out. Actually, no, I wouldn't even consider myself the target audience with those changes, but that's just EA being boneheaded greedy as always and so. Because, you know, if you're making it so that it only costs, that it's only real money from now on to be able to buy the battle pass, and making it so you have to basically effectively buy the battle pass twice per season, yeah, EA execs might be looking at it and just saying, oh, our profit margins are gonna go way up. Holy crap, dude. Apex has been review bombed so much on Steam, and for all the right reasons. Because of that stupid boneheaded whatever decision it was that led to, yeah, let's make people buy the battle pass twice in a season. Certainly nobody will think wrong about it now, will they? Otherwise, Apex, it's not that they've really done anything controversial. The most that you could say is just the Saudi World Cup, the Esports World Cup that is coming up and around, but because, you know, that's Saudi sports washing money. But that's a conversation topic for another time, of course. And, well, every game is unfortunately guilty of it one way or another, because orgs need money, and, well, it's free money, free branding, whatever. The corporations aren't really going to look negatively on what is essentially, yeah, a free LAN event that is being propped up for no other reason. Why does EA have to be rotten and ruin everything? I was thinking of trying it too, but no thanks all. Yeah, it's a real damn unfortunate thing, because Apex has been one of my babies for the Apex genre, for the shooter genre, considering how I've always supported Respawn for, you know, Titanfall being an absolute GOAT of the shooter genre in general to begin with. And of course, you know, as much as there are the complaints of Apex killed Titanfall, considering how once Apex Shadow dropped and the EA execs saw, holy crap, this is an actual money printing machine that they just never let go of Respawn and said, you will continue to print money with this money printing machine. Yeah, not high hopes at all for Titanfall 2, Titanfall 3 coming around anytime soon then. But what more can you really say at that point? Fact is, it still has inspired a good amount of people when it came to, it still has inspired a good amount of love, Apex itself, in its long history, and it's not like it's dying anytime soon. It's a live service battle pass, people are gonna keep playing it. Heck, COD continues to be one of, still, the most played games on any console, to this day. So you can't say much about any shooter brain rot going away anytime soon. And that's not just counting, you know, my side that I get to see of, like, the American consumers, when countries like Japan, and I'll use the biggest example on that end, VTubers enjoying Apex, since it is a free-to-play game, and therefore corporate VTubers like Hololive Nichi Sanji really don't have to ask too far for getting permissions. It's kind of like, yeah, it's just a really easy game to just get to sink your teeth into without having to really ask for much permission to have to go out and stream about it all. It just, yeah. Apex is a very, very nice place to sink, a very nice game to really sink your teeth into as a VTuber, no matter where you are, indie or corporate on that end. And that's where it's gotten a lot of popularity for the Japanese side, for instance. Plus all the community cups and everything like that passed onwards. It's been a big cornerstone for gaming itself, for its evolution of the Battle Royale, and also just, you know, for its own cultural impact past, you know, everybody, you know, in the Titanfall subreddit always being like, win my game. But that's aside from the point again. That's just me poking fun at those guys, because I am one of those guys, just being like, I wish Titanfall 3 could exist, but I'm not going to try over very overdue and spoiled milk at this point here. I'm just, you know, I'm just seeing it how it is, and quite frankly, like, with how there is a Jedi Survivor and all of that or so, Respawn has their hands full enough otherwise and everything like that or so. But just, if you really want to talk about how it's not only just EA that has been, you know, doing boneheaded decisions when it comes to studio decisions and all. I mean, you can just look at this entire year of gaming with the mass amount of layoffs that have really gone on, Crimson. Considering how so many studios have laid off so much of their staff just due to whatever excuse they want to come up with this time, while you're seeing CEOs also take some of the biggest pay packages and everything like that. It's just a very sad sight to see, and I really wish that there's a lot better sustainability when it comes to for our industry. I say our industry, I mean, I'm content creation, not game creation, but you get what I mean. It's sad to see that for whenever we get a few golden games like Baldur's Gate or so, we get a bunch of other, for like development, for anti-crunch, for just getting a good product out whenever they want to. You just get so much other trash that should not have been trash, for instance. Of course, the biggest one that always